Hi, and welcome. Today we're talking about the ripple effect of kindness and how it shows up in different subjects such as art, music, English, Italian, and Spanish that I will introduce in this episode. We'll start with some Spanish words that help us talk about being kind. Then we'll look at how art can make us feel more caring. And finally, we'll see how music can bring people together with kind messages. Let's get started. In this episode, I will also be talking to a Spanish teacher to hear their thoughts on kindness and language. I'll ask them a few questions about how we can show kindness through the words we use. Kindness is something we can all show in different ways. In Spanish, there are many words that help us talk about kindness. Each word shows a different way we can care about others. Let's look at some words in Spanish that show kindness. The first one is amable. This means kind or friendly. The second one is generoso. This means generous. And the third one is compasivo. This means compassionate. These words can help us show love, care, and respect to others. In Spanish-speaking cultures, people often show kindness by being considerado or considerate, and even cariñoso, affectionate. I could make a real-life example. If your friend is upset and you help them or listen to them, you're being supported or solidario. Using kind words in Spanish makes people feel seen, loved, and included. Well, now you tell me, what's a kind word you can use today? How can learning these words help you be a better friend or family member? Now I will interview our Spanish teacher, Miss Carrasco. Hello, Miss Carrasco.
Hello.
I will ask you the first question. What do you think is a good way to talk about kindness in Spanish?
Well, a good way to talk about kindness in Spanish is by using positive words and phrases like gracias, which is thank you, por favor, please, lo siento, I'm sorry, and ¿cómo estás? How are you? Also talking about actions that you care, like helping others or listen carefully. So that's a good way to express kindness.
Okay, thank you. Now we will proceed to the second question. Why is it important to learn kind words in other language?
Well, in my opinion, it's important to use kind words to help us connect with people, even if we are from different countries. When we use kind words in another language, we show respect and make others feel safe and welcome.
Now let's go to the third question. How can kind words help us in real life?
Kind words can help us build relationships and friendships, to solve problems, and make others feel happy. For example, saying thank you, I'm sorry, can help fix misunderstandings. So, in my opinion, kind words can also make someone's day better, even with something small like a compliment.
Last but not least, do you think learning Spanish can help us understand people better?
Yes, learning Spanish helps us see how other people think, feel, and live. It lets us hear their stories, understand their culture, and become more open-minded and empathetic.
The last one. How can students show kindness when they speak Spanish?
Students can show kindness by being patient with someone who is learning, helping classmates with words that they don't know, using polite expressions, and encouraging each other, saying things like good job, buen trabajo, or necesitas ayuda, do you need any help? In my opinion, this can really make a difference.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Carrasco. We finished. I'll see you in the next episode. Hello and welcome. In this episode, we will talk about art. Art is a way to express feelings. It can help us feel calm, happy, and even more kind. Let's talk about how art spreads kindness. Colors and shapes in art can change how we feel. Some colors for me that makes me feel better, for example, could be even blue, and that makes me feel calm. And yellow, it makes me feel happy. When we feel calm and happy, we're most likely to be kind to others. Looking at art or making it can also help us feel better. Art can be used to share kind messages. Some people paint murals with words like hope or even peace. Another type of art could be graffiti. Graffiti is a way to express yourself by drawing what you think with a spray can, and that sometimes is legal and illegal. Some people decide to do group art projects that help people work together. Art brings people closer. It shows that we care about feelings, stories, and each other. Can you think of a time when a drawing or painting made you feel something kind, happy, or even peaceful? Thank you for listening to my episode. Now I'll go ahead and ask some questions to my art teacher, Ms. Nero. Hello, Ms. Nero. Today I will ask you some questions. Let's start with the first one. How can art help people feel kind or calm?
I think when we draw, paint, or create something, it gives us a chance to slow down and really focus on what's important to us and what we like. It can also give us a space and a bit of time to reconnect to ourselves, which can make us more relaxed. And when we feel more relaxed, we tend to be more calm and kind with ourselves and also with each other.
What do you notice when students make art together?
When students make art together, it gives them a different mode or different way to connect to each other. It's a bit less direct. It could be sharing supplies or giving tips to each other, or maybe encouraging a classmate with their work or their ideas. And often I find that especially students who are usually quiet and maybe don't like to use words so much to express themselves, art can be a great way to connect and express.
Can art help people understand each other better?
Yes, I believe it can. I believe art can be like a little window into someone else's world. Okay, so sometimes it might be hard to say how we feel with words, and through art, using colors and shapes, we could allow someone else to see the world the way we see it.
Last but not least, why do you think art can make people feel happy or peaceful?
When we make art, we do something that's just for ourselves, and it doesn't need to be perfect. It's more about taking time to ourselves, expressing something that we care about, or maybe just doodling or exploring something. So it allows us to reconnect to ourselves. It can be quite satisfying to just do something with our hands and also disconnect from other devices. And that can also give us a break from stress or worries and really help us to be in the moment, which helps to be more happy and peaceful.
Last question. How do you think students can use art to show kindness?
I think there are many ways that we can use art to show kindness. It could be, designing a card with a painting or a message for someone else. It could be creating a poster a bit about an issue we've been talking about in class. Or it could just be telling a classmate that you like something about something he or she has created, and that could be kindness.
Hello. Today I want to talk about something that we all love to do: laughing. This year, in one of our units, it was about: is laughter the best medicine? Now let's begin with the fundamentals. Why do we laugh? When we laugh, our brain releases the chemicals called endorphins, which are chemicals happy maker. It's like nature's reward system for laughter. And not only does it feel fantastic, but also reduces stress, make us feel more resilient in the immune system, and even kills pain. Nice? Yeah. But the most fascinating aspect of it is when we laugh with others, with friends, or even people. We're more generous, more kind. Let me give you an example. If we laugh together with our friends, even those whom we have not seen for a long time or no longer see, then something like a connection occurs. We share, we experience it together with someone. When you laugh, you usually relax and become more open and friendly to other people. You know, it's almost like a shortcut to being nice. You smile, you laugh, and you're in the place to be nice to other humans. And funny thing about it, laughter is contagious. If you're hanging out with your friends and your friend is laughing, then chances are you're probably going to laugh too. Not necessarily because you've decided consciously that this joke was funny, but because our brains are wired to imitate what other humans beings do. So, when we see a human laughing, basically our brain is making us laugh along with him, mostly with close friends. And that is how one individual spreads laughter to many. The happier you are, the more you laugh. And the more you laugh, the happier you are. And the more you want others to be happy as well. It's a kind of chain of kindness that just keeps going and going. But not all laughter is the same. I'm sure we've all heard someone laugh at someone else, maybe to tease or make fun of them. And while it might seem funny, in the moment that kind of laughter can hurt people. So it's important to remember that laughter is most powerful when it's used to include others, not to make them feel bad. Laughter should bring us together, not push us apart. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Well, it's pretty simple. Laughter makes us feel good. It helps us connect with others. And it can even make us kinder and happier. The next time you're laughing with your friends, remember that you're not just having fun, you're also building stronger bonds and spreading some happiness. That's all. Thank you for listening. And I hope you did think a little bit more about how laughter is not just fun, but good for you and good for everyone around you. So keep on laughing, be nice, and I'll see you next time. Hello guys, welcome to my next episode of my podcast. What I want to talk to you about today is something that I was taught in school, and even that now I'm studying even more. This is poetry. Some individual, when they hear the word poetry, will instantly associate it with long and boring poems that do not make sense. And other individuals could find it more interesting. But that doesn't matter. Because, in fact, poetry can be much better than you would ever think. Especially when talking about kindness and conveying a feeling. When I was in NYP2, and even this year, we learned some poems that actually caused me to think. Some of them were all about kindness, about how we treat others individual and about how we could possibly change the world, making it a better place by saying something or doing something. It wasn't always a matter of rhythm and being flowy. It was regarding some kind of feeling which was conveyed by the poem. And believe me, I really didn't like poem, but when I started understanding it, it was really good. Poetry has the ability to make you feel something. There is a poem that I want to share to you today. A very short poems. Only 2 lines, and even made by a famous individual, Giuseppe Ungaretti. The poem starts: Si sta come d'autunno, sugli alberi le foglie. This poem is named Soldati. These short poems teaches us about how short life is, using the analogy of falling leaves that drift to compare soldiers that are dying in the front lines. The straightforward words remind ourselves of how weak we are and are all connected with each other, especially in difficult circumstances. We're so busy in our day, and we don't always pay attention to even thinking about being nice or kind towards others. But if we sit down and read a poem that will make us just stop and hold up for a second so you can read it and then understand it. And that's all we need to think about that kindness even matters. I know not everyone enjoys poetry, but to me, I do not believe that if people would have read more of it, the world could have been more kinder. Think about if we read a poem per week, and one little tiny poem talking about being nice or not fighting with people. Eventually it might change the way we think. You don't necessarily have to be an expert to read poetry. It doesn't always have to be so complicated. You can read small poems and even poems written by modern poets that talk about kindness and kindness towards others. Or even have someone read you a poet out loud. There are just so many wonderful poets now who write about such things as family and kindness. Thank you for listening. This is the end of my episode. I'll see you in the next one. Hello guys, and welcome back to my next episode. Let's get started. Today's topic is music. Music is powerful. It brings people together and helps us stay calm. Let's see how music can help us feel more calm and connected. Making music together builds teamwork and even kindness. In a choir or band, people work together. They have to listen, share, and support each other. This teaches patience, respect, and cooperation, all parts of kindness. Music can change how we feel. Some songs help us feel calm or happy. When we feel good, it's easier to be kind and patient. Some songs that makes me feel happy and boost my morale are Happy by Pharrell Williams.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take.
Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn.
Stand By Me by Ben E. King.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me.
Now I have a question for you. Can you tell me what's a song that makes you feel kind, hopeful, or inspires to help others? I will ask some questions to my music teacher. Let's see what she will say.